Hey everyone and welcome. I'm Dark Sky and today we are playing Empyrion Galactic Survival. I almost forgot what I was playing. But yeah, we're playing Empyrion Galactic Survival and we just recently crash landed on the planet here. Here's our little escape pod and everything. And so now we're going around. I don't know. We get this escape pod. It comes from space, apparently. You know, it falls from a thing. But I'm guessing it must come from the ship that ended up crash landing or something. Because when we go back up there, I don't remember ever seeing the ship. But let's get into this. Let's get started. So I was just picking up a few little items here, kind of get my experience up. We have this here where we can unlock certain things depending on what our player level is, and I believe the max level is level 25, so we have a little ways to go through this. So we have tools, miscellaneous, hover vessels, capital vessels, we have our base, we have our weapons. Oh man, I tell you, we got all kinds of fun stuff, you know, stuff to look forward to. But so what we got to do is just go around and get some resources. We first need to get a detector. Let's put the detector down over here. And we're going to need our little survival tool. And what is this? Combat knife? Okay, sure. If I want to get that close and personal with stuff. If you like support, yep. Huh. Support guide. Might have to throw that in a box somewhere. So yeah, we got all kinds of stuff that we can run around, pick up here, harvest. We got some minerals. Currently, we are on a mission right now. We need to find this antenna, try to make communication with our other people, hopefully, if they're still out there, and try to go from there. So let me see here. What do we got? If we right click on this gun, we got salvage mode, resource mode, defense mode. And if we do that, then I can harvest this rock, get some copper ore. What is this? Graphite? Yeah, graphite. This, I think, is iron. Hey, I was right. And then, I don't know, what is this? This is like silicon? Yep, silicon. All right, cool. I think we just leveled 2. I think we just made level 2. We did make level 2. Nice. So what we need to look on is probably looking over miscellaneous, get a portable constructor. That would probably be a good start. And then we need to look at tools here. We don't have any tools yet. Weapons might be another one we want to look at. Looks like we got those all covered. So maybe working on getting a hover vessel going. That would be nice if we could get the hover vessel up and running. And then we can go from there. Although a base would be nice too, setting up a little base and going from there. So we have, oh goodness, we got all kinds of stuff, don't we? It just keeps going on and on. I was wondering if it was going to have an ending there, but it's going on and on and on. Okay, so we have available points to unlock a 6. So I don't think we need to add flares. I don't think that's going to make a difference in our life. And then we got the hover vessel here. We could put in that. Now we can also go into the ships here, and I don't know what she's talking about there. But anyways, we go in the ships here, and these are ships that we have blueprinted that we've either picked up through the workshop, or we've created on ourselves. Like this one here is a test one, which requires me to hit 12, but it was one I was just testing, I guess, and I made it, and I was like, well. But yeah, so we got a lot of things different here. So what we can do is, like, if we were looking for hover vessels, we can click on the little hover vessel one here, and it'll just show the hover vessels. And we can see, like, this one here. I think these ones are the ones that come with the game, the ones that have the little chip. The ones that have the gears, I think, are from the workshop, and the ones that are up here with the little people, Those are the ones that I've created. So you can see, like, they're pretty rough. I think what I've done is I took something from another build, and then I just fabricated it. I changed it out a little bit. I didn't like the way it looked, and so I changed out a few of the things. But that is much for them. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just so excited about this game. I just love this game. This game is so much fun. I keep coming back to this game. It's just it's a very super fun game. It's one I really enjoy, and it's an oldie, but it's a goodie. I mean, the expansion, of course, for this game isn't the greatest. It's not like what I wouldn't play it, but everything else is. I mean, just the original game itself, I think is pretty good. Let's see, that's rock. I'm gonna need a rock. So it looks like the antenna of the UCH Crusader class frigate should be able to do the job. It's not too damaged. Hopefully we don't reach too many nastiness right now, because I don't think we could handle it. We might think about making the little motorbike. A lot of people in the game that have played this game. Oh, look at this. Place the survival tool in your toolbar. Select survival multi-tool equipment, press the right mouse button, select mining mode, fire a surviving tool at the ground to excavate it. All right, we can do that. All right, so yeah, a lot of people don't like the bike. I like it. I think it's super fun, and it's kind of goofy because it slides all over the place. Like it's got some weird kind of anti-gravity going on, but it's definitely a lot of fun. And in the beginning, it's definitely a bonus to get you from A to B. But why do I keep slide? Stop slide. Said it. I reached it. There we go. All right. I've uncovered the diagnostics port of the antenna. I should be able to connect my smart suit up to the antenna to boost the signal. Establish a connection to the antenna. Wait, what's going on? Excellent question, Commander. And one I would be more than happy to supply the answer to if I knew it. Unfortunately, I have been offline since initialization. Okay, so who are you? I'm Ida. That's integrated data algorithm. But you may call me Ida, a backup of the original UCH Ida to be precise. Where I am is integrated into the UCH surveillance satellite in orbit above your location. So you're an AI? That is correct, Commander. My system was rebooted when it detected your escape pod distress beacon as it entered the upper atmosphere of this planet. I have been attempting to connect to your suit's data links since you regained consciousness, but it appears my transmitter was not able to transmit on the frequency required to access your data link until you linked with an external transceiver. Now that I am connected with your suit's computer system, I can calibrate your suit's data link so that I can interface directly with your suit and provide you with scanning and telemetry data, as is my role. So you're some kind of support AI. My original role was to utilize systems at my disposal to scan, analyze, categorize, and direct personal operations. I can do a great deal more than that, but nothing that is relevant to the current situation. As you are the only UCH personnel I have detected on the planet, I can devote much of my processing power to assist you by coordinating your search efforts and supplying mapping data and identifying enemy crafts. I can't remember how I got here. Can you fill me on? No. I look forward to working with you, Ida. If you would like to know more about it, go to the PD1. You can search Depths records in your journey. Yep. Okay, understand. That's cool. Your suit's data link has now been calibrated, Commander. From now on, I shall interface your suit directly and use your sensors to communicate to assist you. I have detected structures and objects which may answer both our questions nearby. All righty, cool. Oh, while we're waiting for her to talk, maybe we'll go over here and do some mining of resources. Loud and clear, Ida. And how are you on this fine sunny day? Sunny down here, and I'm probably not up in space. Well, I assume that your inquiry is some kind of humor, Commander. It's the fact that processing speed is down 36%, and two of my satellite's optical lenses are cracked. So the answer to your question is well enough considering the situation. Relax, Ida. I thought you knew model AIs were capable of learning empathy. I'm just trying to stay positive here. I figured you could do with a laugh too. All right. I'm not designed for comedy, Commander. I'm a strategic analyst, AI. I do not laugh. However, I will take your suggestions under advisement and adjust my humor parameter if it does not impede my performance. Glad to hear it. Hey, look at that. We made level 4. Boy, that was fast. You got a bunch of experience. That's why I like doing this little quest in the beginning, because we get a lot of experience for doing the quest. See, antenna profile analysis determined 93% match. Pelican class transport. Okay. Detecting no thermal or electrical emissions on the ground. By judging the disturbance of the surrounding terrain, I would estimate that the ship impacted the ground at a considerable speed. There may have been survivors, but I'm unable to detect the presence of any human heat signatures. Envelope loaded telemetry data to your head-up display. Good luck. All right, so we have to head up to that crashed ship there. I'm thinking what we need to do is maybe make the little motorbike. Get our motorbike going. See, what do we need to see? We can make the portable one here. Let's get the portable started. We have the atmospheric. We can make some bandages, it looks like. Thermal regulator, don't really need that. While that's working, we'll just keep doing our thing here. Whoops. Meant to pick it up, not shoot it. So if we hit M, we can see kind of a map of our situation. We've only covered 12 blocks right here. So the crash ship is right on the end of one of the blocks that we have. But you can see that there is quite a few blocks on this planet that we have not covered. So there is probably a lot out there. Who knows? But you can see as far as what deposits are out here, we have graphite. We have 32 nodes of graphite, 16 iron, 12 silicon, 12 copper, and 15 promethium. Now, the promethium is what we use for like batteries and whatnot, but again, getting ahead of myself. So let's excuse me. Copper. Let's get some copper. Hopefully we don't run into too many nasties out here. I don't know. I don't see anything. How are we doing on that portable? Oh, finally made it. All righty. So if we put this portable out here, let's see. We can make the hover bike, but requires one motor, one carbon substrate. So we're going to have to make, I think make some of this stuff on our own before we can actually get the bike. So we have let's see, we have that motor. No, I guess we don't need to, because it's like we can make that. Steel plates. Iron ingots. Maybe I need to make ingots, huh? Let's see here. Input, output. I think I have to put some of this stuff into the input. Yeah, that's it. All right. So we put some of the stuff into our input, and we should be able to make a few of the gears and all that. See, we got plant protein. Got that. Good, we can make the hover bike. So let's get this hover bike going. And it looks like it's going to take a little bit to cook. So while it's cooking, we'll just look around here, see if we can find some more resources. Got plenty of copper around here. My goodness. And we get a ton of experience for doing this copper. So, you know, I ain't going to turn it down. Let's see here. Got some more plant fibers. Always good to find those white plants, because we can definitely use a lot of plant fibers. It's used a lot for creating different things. A lot of our different recipes and whatnot requires us to have the plant fibers. All right, so we should have that. Let's go in here and let's create this. That should take a second. There we go. All right, cool. Let's put that in there. And then I think we can just put this back in our inventory. And then see here. Shift F to pick it up. There we go. All right. Now we can do things the quicker way. Let's get on our bike. Now, you can't leave this bike laying around. You have to pick it up every time you get to your location. Otherwise, if you keep it laying around too long, it'll just go poof. So you don't want it to go poof, because you can see it took a lot of resources to make. But see, we can cover a lot more of the terrain here at a quicker pace. All right, we found the crash ship that we are looking for. Let's do some reconnaissance and see what kind of fun stuff we can find in here. Pick up our bike. The ship was shot down, Commander. Oh my goodness, really? That's horrible. All right, look at this. We got some guns. We got a sniper rifle. Now we mean business. Are you sure the Heidenberg was shot down? Could it have been friendly fire, or perhaps ammunition magazine exploded on re-entry? You must be record or logs or something that explains this. There must be a record. I see. Okay. Sorry, Commander. The direction of the blast pattern and melted steel indicates it was struck by a front plasma composition not in my database. Upon scanning, I detected radioactive traces of the same plasma on several other record sites in the area, as well as structures near the polar regions of the planet with strong EM signatures. I concluded that the structures near the poles are, in all likelihood, weapon replacements, communication stations, and military facilities, some sort belonging to an unknown faction native to this region of space. There are many transmissions coming from the location, but nothing that I'm able to decipher. I want every bit of information on them, Ida. I'm going to make them pay. It's the best to give them a wide berth then and focus on the mission. Yeah, let's do that. That would be correct decision, Commander. You are alone, unarmed against what can be assumed are trained military personnel with superior weaponry and fortified positions. This is their territory, and UCH are the trespassers here. Best thing that you can do now is to continue your search of the wreckage in hopes that you are not the only UCH personnel left in the system. Anything more is the work of politician diplomats, of which you are neither. You can make good argument there, Ida. I'm not saying we forgive them, Commander. It's just that it's impractical to attack them now before we understand the situation or their capabilities. I'll do as you say, Ida. Thanks for having me back. So what's next? I'm glad you agree with my assessment, Commander. You are currently the only remaining UCH officer. My duty is to ensure that you... Yep, I understand what your duty is. Wait, you can do that? Shut down my move. It could be a joke, but humor parameter is currently at 100%. Don't make me change your humor parameter. Continuing the investigation, Commander, your suits picking up a weak electronic signal coming from somewhere near the rear of the ship. All right, let's do that. Let's check that out. Of course, it's getting dark, and I don't have lights on this suit either, darn it. There's something there. There you go. Up and over. All right. The container's main compartment appears to be locked with this keypad. The signal seems to be coming from somewhere inside. Open it up. Emergency door releases on the underside, pushes the container over. A foul smell emanates from the open container. Inside the cargo container is a human body wearing a UCH engineer's uniform in an advanced state of decay. I have got a body here. It looks like an engineer by the uniform. The body matching one Sergeant Pilot, First Class, Chief Engineer. The electronic magnetic signal appears to be coming from something inside the container with him. Investigate the body. Sorry about this, buddy. See, let's search the container. Looks like climbed in here to protect him during the crash. Smart idea, actually. The container is completely sealed and lined with shock absorbent foam. If only the container hadn't landed upside down with the ship on top of it, he'd probably be alive. There's some stuff in here, but it doesn't look like it's going to be much to me. Let's see here. Let's search the body. Found the source even signal, Ida. It's his PDA. It appears to still have some battery left in it. The controls are locked and I can't access them. Now that the device is no longer inside the shield container, I can remotely access the PDA and download the device logs. I received the personal log files messages from the sergeant. Should we, bury him? Oh, I thought we were going to look through his pockets. You close the relocked cargo container with Sergeant Pilot's body inside. At a later time, you can give the man a proper burial. Okay. Dang, it is dark. Let's see if we can't get this flashlight so we can see what we're doing. There we go. All right. I have low Sergeant Pound's personal stuff. I am detecting a faint energy signature matches the data pad likes further forward of the ship. Commander appears to be coming from a source somewhere in the wreckage. All right, well, let's go check that out. Ooh, I'm getting a little bit of radiation there. I should drop down. I don't think I was getting radiation when I was down here, but there is a box right here. Let's see what we got. Oh, we're totally full. That's the problem, is that, you know, you can have volume, and so you can't pick up like everything. Of course, you can change that, but I was trying to keep it original, but I don't know. Maybe I'll change it. Signal appears coming from this data pad. Appears to be damaged data pad to use the cargo management on debris. This must be the source of the signal. Examine the data pad. The power light is on, but the screen is cracked and pushing the button yields no response. Ida, I have found a logistics management unit, but it's too badly damaged to use. Looks like this one's a bust. I'll check somewhere else. Just a moment, Commander. Logistics pack contains transfer records, access logs, and user notes. These users are more information. One device, so most people realize. Please connect your suit to the data port at the bottom of the pad, and I'll attempt to retrieve the logs. I received logistic files. Commander have confirmed that there is no additional data on the device logs. Would you like to review the files? I'll do them at a later point. I will forward a copy of the data to your PDA logs, Commander. So it looks like we got some other fun stuff here. We're definitely going to have to come back here at a later point, pick some of this stuff up. See, constructor logs. What do you mean, Ida? What kind of contradiction? Not willing to speculate at this point, Commander. I have marked the ship's constructor on your display. Please check the production logs next. Should clarify things for the both of us. All right. Oh, I almost made it. I think if I jump inside the ship there, I should be able to get pretty much anything I need. Darn it. Let me do it from an angle here. Oh, darn it. I hit the space bar, but nothing happened. Maybe I got to do it before. Well, I made it that far, but that's not really where I wanted to be. I wanted to be up top there. Yeah, have the little jump jetpack. If I had a little jetpack, I might be able to get up there easier. Dang it. I don't know. Maybe I got to just mash the jump button 100 times to get it to actually jump, huh? There we go. That's all I had to do is just mash it. There we go. Made it. It looks like the power's out. It should be able to connect the suit's battery to the constructor console long enough for the read the constructor's logs. Connect the cable. I can see the constructor. Okay. There was a whole bunch of stuff there I had to read. But let's see here. Let's connect the power cable. Charging. Access logs. Looks like they made 8 tents, which means that there's at least 8 survivors. The rest of the stuff the constructor made was pretty standard stuff. Supplies, communication equipment, a hover bike, and a pair of UCH Raider kits. Standard supplies for a journey over land. It looks like they loaded up the rest of the ship supplies and salvaged what they could carry and headed away from the ship, which makes sense since the place would have likely drawn attention from the enemy if they hung around for too long. So I guess we should be on the lookout for a pair of UCH Raiders. I've already scanned the planet of any heat signatures belonging to UCH crew and vehicles, Commander. There are no other members of UCH Navy anywhere on the planet. However, what I wanted from the logs, aside from the confirmation of survivors, was a frame of reference for the inconsistencies present in other evidence gathered. Ensign Emerson and Sergeant Poe's log files. So you have figured out what the problem is? I'm 80% certain, Commander. The final piece of the puzzle, so to speak, should be found on the ship's bridge. There is a console there that is still functional but inactive and should have the answer to your questions. So you're telling me that there's a live console on the bridge that didn't tell me where to go first. Why send me to go digging through the dirt and boxes full of dead bodies when everything we needed is right there on the bridge? Because, Commander, the console on the bridge is both unshielded and will draw a great deal of power when it's activated. I've identified an unmanned aerial vehicle patrolling near your current position, and activating the console will undoubtedly draw their attention. It was necessary to avoid putting you in additional danger. All right, well, that's good. Well, at least she's got my back. If you want to discover the truth of the console and the only remaining sources of finding a survivor crew, good or ill, it is only source of information left open to us, Commander. I leave the decision to you. All right, good. So the way it should be. Oh, look at that. There's food in here. And I'm out totally full because they couldn't put this anywhere else, you know, and they put it right over the top of this. So I can't see. Where the heck did I just go? Did I fall into something or what? Oh, I see. So I want to go through the door. Okay. Hit C to duck. There we go. Oh, man. Sometimes it just seems to kind of go on its own there. All right. Threat analysis 0 of 16. Find the bridge. Activate the console. All right. Let's do this kind of on top just in case we get some baddies while we're talking. This is Heidelberg's bridge console. There is high probability of activating the console will draw unwanted attention. So I should have an appropriate weapon to defend myself. I'm fine. Initiating boot. There we go. Let's do that one. Let's do it again. There we go. One unread message. Okay, open the message. It's from Lieutenant Romley. Heidelberg is lost. We were lucky that this past week, but the patrol's been closing in. Once the forest fires caused by the wreckage died down, we can't stay here any longer, and Ensign Emerson won't last much longer with her injuries. We'll be leaving at first light in the morning, so I'm leaving this message for anyone who finds the ship, along with a copy of related data so that you won't be going blind. The UCH Expeditionary Fleet was pulled off course after initiating a long-range warp jump using the Adonis quantum warp drive to open the spatial rift near Jupiter to Proxima Centauri. This was an explored route that the Hyperion had charted a half dozen times, but this time something dragged the fleet over 2.5 million light years off course. 2.5 million light years? Wow. In the middle of the Andromeda Galaxy and into the waiting arms of the Xerax fleet. Several of our ships crashed on this planet after sustaining damage, and we successfully made contact with several other groups of survivors. And we'll be heading to the neutral station on the far side of the planet, where we've organized transportation off-world from one of the local factions. We managed to compile a translation key built for their language that's attached to the message. Make sure you get a copy your suit's hard drive and set it to decompile. We were also able to compile a partial translation key for our attacker's language Xerax standards. So far, they have refused any attempts to contact. It's recommended that you do not engage their armed patrols and avoid airspace around the installations or risk being shot down. Well, that's a good thing that we decided not to go that route. We've already lost a hoverbike over in the older debris field while scouting to a random drone patrol, which was the last straw for us. So we're bugging out at 0600 for the last time. They have their own issues with Xerax, so it looks like we found a common goal that'll help us get back with the rest of the fleet. Whoever you are, please be safe and come find us. We need everyone to make it through this and get home alive. All right, good. Let's copy those files. Been analyzing the flight pathing of the patrolling drone. I would like to inform you that it just changed course and is heading your direction. Oh, that's good to know. Destroy enemy drone. Huh. Used to be you had to like destroy a bunch of enemy drones, but now you only have to do one. So I don't know how I'm going to do this without my light. Come on, do a little jump, little jump. There we go. So it should be like right there, but of course I can't see it because it's darker and dark. Let's see. And it doesn't really help. It shows right there as a red spot. Crash ship. I saw it for a second. It's above me now. I can't really see it very well. Let's see. I have 5 rounds. And I guess I have 31 rounds altogether. So they gave me quite a few rounds. This thing is right above me. I guess we should hop down and get a better look at this thing. It should be right there. Yeah, I did it. Let's see here. Is there anything I don't need right now? Maybe it's graphite, huh? Trash that. We'll take those batteries and as much as that we can. So, confirmed job, Commander. The regular patrols are not changed their course, but handles something. Looks like we've got our first lead item somewhere on this planet is a neutral station that our people use to get off world, regroup the rest of the fleet. Yes, Commander. However, I was unable to verify the cause of the inconsistencies between the physical evidence and the logs left behind by the iceberg's crew members, which will complicate matters significantly. Okay. Agreed, Commander. All sources of information as I have been exhausted. We'll definitely have to come back here at a later time, pick up some more things, but we just reached level 5, so that's pretty awesome. Chapter 2, A Forest of Stars. So one thing I thought was really interesting that they mentioned in the loading screen is that every one of those little dots is a star, those little stars, I mean. But all those little stars we can actually fly to. So that's pretty cool. So keep it very realistic. I hate going in blind. Yes, I do that a lot. You see, so I want to get near some water. This might be a good spot to do it here, right next to this wreckage anyways. There seems to be some water over here. Maybe we can put up a base in that area and start kind of consolidating what we got. If I stay pretty close to this wreckage, I should be able to run over here and grab what I need, and we can go from there. This is kind of cool. Alien plant 17. There's water. Is that the one I'm looking for? No, that's not what I'm looking for. It should be over this way. Oh, I hope those guys are neutral. Oh, they are. Good. Scared me for a minute there. I thought, oh no, now there's something's going to kill me. So I'm thinking about making a little base down here next to water because I think I'm going to need water for me to be able to make oxygen when I get to the point of being able to build a ship and all that. So yeah, I think right in here, but should be all right. Yeah, all kinds of goodies. All right, cool. So let's see here. What can we make? We're gonna probably need some blocks. Let's see. We're gonna need this here. We're gonna need to make a starter base. The planet has an active drone base belonging to the Empire. Once you place the base on this planet, it may be detected, may send siege drones and troops transports to attack your base. Prepare to defend it. All right. Well, that's good to know. All right. So we did end up getting some new levels unlocked. So let's go to the base here. We got our fuel tank. We got an auction station. I don't think we need that right now. A basic large generator. That might be good. We got a small constructor. I don't know if we need sentry guns, but we're going to probably need that ammo box at a later point. Probably the food stuff at a later point too. Here's some solar panels. Let's get some solar panels up. We already have the solar capacitor. I think we're pretty good there. We got 42 points we can spend. It is looking pretty good. I want to get this armor locker, but first I'm going to have to get some armor. So let's go to miscellaneous here, see what we can unlock here. We could do the thermal, salvage core, fuel cells. Let's do, now we'll leave that for now. Mechanical drill, that'll be nice. And we can also unlock the multi-tool. I don't know what the medigun is. I think that's if it's like multiplayer, then you can heal somebody with the medigun. Shotgun, assault rifle. I'm thinking assault rifle might be nice. What's the difference between all these? 20% damage versus humanoid. Oh, that's sniper, that's assault, and that's an SMG. Okay, I see. So let's get light armor, and then I want to get the assault rifle, and let's get some explosives. That might be a good start. And then let's go back to the base here. And let's get that, and then get the armor locker. If we can get that armor locker, that'll be nice. And let's get the fuel tanks, and we don't have any more points left. So there we go. All right, I'm thinking let's just set it down like right here, I guess. Let's see here. What do we got? So this is our PDA here. Registry. Okay, so this is basically it, how we have our base all set up here. So we have some things we got to do. There it is right there in all its glory. So I need to make some blocks here now so I can start setting up blocks. We got steel. I don't know if I want to do steel. Let's do concrete. Let's see if we can make as many as those as possible. We made one. Ooh, you spoil me. Okay, let's do the one then. All right, we're going to need a few more, I believe. So let me see here. What do we need? Probably need a bunch of stone dust, I imagine. Let's see. Need cement. And for us to make cement, we're going to need, let's see, crushed stone. I don't think we have much crushed stone, do we? We might have to just do some mining here. Let's see here. Let's do it a little ways away from the base. If we dig down in the ground, we can sometimes get down in here. Now, one thing you want to do is when you're doing this, we want to hit F5 and we can make a little drone, and then we have the light source, so it's a little bit easier to see. So now we can like use the drone to like mine down in here, and we don't end up getting stuck down in this little hole. Now there we go. Now we're getting crushed stone. One thing we'll want to make is a one of those drills, about diesel drills or whatever, because they're going to be able to go through all this stone a little bit faster. We'll get some a lot of stone, and then we can use that to build our base up. Let's see where we currently are. We got what, 33 crushed stone? Let's see where we go with that. Turn on our light so we don't fall in our own home. All right, we'll just leave that going, and we'll come back out here and do some more mining. Now we can use this drone here to do a lot of different things. We can use it for mining. We can use it for building. You can use it for like repairing your ship when it's out in space, you know, so you don't end up freezing to death and all that. So, I mean, there's a lot of different uses you can use the drone for. So it's pretty nice. All right, let's see where we're at now. At least it's becoming daytime. Can see again. Oh, we got 6 blocks. That's a good start. Get the protection around the core first, and then we'll go from there. So that looks pretty decent there. At least we got somewhat of a base going on. I think what we should do is probably work on trying to get our constructors up and all that. All right. Well, that looks pretty sweet there. We got a lot going on there. Just got to I think what I want to do is get a little bit more resources here. If I can pick up more resources, I'm just going to make like a little ramp or something at the beginning, and then I'll put my door there at the beginning. That looks pretty good there. I think we'll be good there. Let's put that in there, plug that in. And then I want to just make one of these. And then let's see here. What I want to do next is let's go in here. You can make a cargo container. Armor locker would be nice. Let me see if I make the armor locker. No, I don't have the stuff. I need carbon substrate. I could get that light armor. That'd be actually kind of nice. But we're going to need, I think I'm going to need power for this. Airtight. I don't know. Energy in. Yeah, it does require power. So I'm going to need this clone chamber, which needs plastic tubing, electronics, glass plate, all the fun stuff. So if I can get that and make a couple solar panels, then we should be doing pretty good here. Okay, we got wooden logs. Nice. So you take down one of these big trees here next to our place. Yeah, that'll give us enough logs and stuff to work with. Yeah, 2. Oh, 7. Oh, that'll work. All right, let's take that, put these in there. If you hold down the shift and you click on it, it'll automatically push it over. So let's put that down there, and then let's see. Still can't make this. I need plastic tubing. What does it require to make that plastic tubing? Carbon substrate. Huh. What's it required to make carbon substrate? Graphite. Oh, I need graphite. Okay. Well, let's go out here, look around for some stonage. Maybe we can go back to that ship and pick up some of those resources and everything. Ah, there we go. What's over there? See some stone stuff here. We can get some copper here. There's silicon. Metamorphic rock. What's that? Oh, that give me graphite and stone. Nice. Level 6. Look at us. Oh, andesitic rock. Huh. Bunch of crushed stone. That's awesome. All right, let's see what we can pick up in here, huh? Getting all the good stuff here. Oh, we're full again. Dang, just can't hold a lot. All right, let's take our little hover vehicle here and we'll head back to the base. Let's see. Let's set this to show on Galaxy. There we go. That way now I can see my base no matter what. All right, so if we right click this, we can get all kinds of different setups here. I think what I want to do is let's do this one here. That looks pretty good. A nice little entrance there. All right, so what should we be able to unlock now? Well, we can get the little thing out of the way. We can make our mechanical drill now, so that's cool. I think what I'm going to do is have that mechanical drill made. Might be nice to have in that assault rifle as well. What's that? Oh, table furniture. Okay. Just need more of that graphite. I just need to find more graphite. That's my shortage at the moment. Let's see. Does this take up inventory space? It says mass. No, I guess those don't take up inventory space. Let's make that, and then we want to also, I think what I want to do is get the water extractor. I can't make the solar panels. I need that carbon substrate. Seems I need that carbon substrate for everything, so we're probably going to need to go and look for that. Biodiesel. What's this use? Ammo's biodiesel. Okay, so it doesn't use that. There we go. All right, cool. I'll put my new armor on. Now I should have my jetpack available. There we go. That's nice. And I can hit J. No, not J. What is it? U? Yes, take off U, which is my mask. I don't need my head mask on. I want to use up my oxygen. Oh, I'm on a oxygen planet already. I don't need that. All right, cool. So we got some armor now. That's pretty sweet. Let's see if we can't reload the mechanical drill here. Get that ready to go. And then next thing we want to do is, I think what I want to do is kind of do a scan of this area, see what we can find. A heat signature over there, crash ship, village. Wonder what the heat signature is. If we could find some resources in the ground, then we can harvest it instead of having to keep looking around for stuff. POI cave. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've ever seen a cave before. Well, I mean, I've seen a cave in real life, but I don't think I've ever seen one in the game before. So this is new. Oh, yeah, I see spiders down there. I don't think so. Let's wait until I can get some guns or something. Let's see. Let's do a scan. All right, let's get out the hover bike, see if we can make some distance here, do some looking around. See some iron right there, but I'm looking for graphite. There's graphite right there. Oh, that's so much easier. Wow, 24 graphite from that. Hmm. No more. All right. 9. Oh, I thought there was going to be iron right there. No love. Okay, it looks like we're getting in some more rock around here, so might be able to find what we're looking for. Hmm. Oh, this would have been a nice place too down here. Looks like it's nice sandy beaches and all that. How much we doing here now? Shoot, I got 197. Might be enough for us to head back now. All right, let's jump on our little hover vehicle. Let's head back to base here. Seems to be a lot of resources over here too, so that's pretty nice. Especially right here. Holy cow. A lot of resources. All right, let's plug this in, see what we got. So what I want to do is solar capacitor. Let's get that up. Get a couple of these solar panels up there. And then what I want to do is also let's do a cargo container. For base, right? Yeah, there we go. Small constructor, I think that's probably the next on the list. Get that up. And then let's do get an assault rifle. Assault rifle uses 5.56. So we'll do 10 of these. All right, so now that we have this, what we can do is we can look at the base here. We'll click N, and then we want to do connect to base, and then we just hit N again. And now we can take this and we can put this like a far away from our base. So that's probably a good thing, just in case we get attacked by something. They don't go after this. They'll just hit the base, and then we'll still have our power up and everything. There we go. Make sure it's all cleaned up there. Go back, see if we have any more solar panels. There we go. And then clean up the ground a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we have the power on. Everything seems to be working all right. We got the base going. Let's do auto group. Yeah, that's fine. Now we can kind of see what we have available a little bit. Let's run back and see what we have more available here. So we got our cargo container here. And we got a fridge. I didn't know I made a fridge. Oh, darn. I didn't mean to make one of those. Well, I guess that'll work. I'll do the fridge. I meant to do was, let's see. I wanted to do the small constructor. And I got a cargo. Okay, so we're good there. All right, so now we can take the cargo. Let's put the cargo over here. Now we'll probably want to use what, this one here? No, this one. This one's the one that holds the most bang for the buck. And then we can go into here and should be able to go into here. And then we can call this here. We can rename this as raw resources. Cool. Got a gun now. Take that, put that back over this way. I don't know if I need the light anymore because my suit has a light. All right, cool. There it is. Now it's making that small constructor. We'll be able to get that up, and we should be able to start working on our getting everything up. We're going to need a miner so that we can start mining stuff out. All right, got that one. And then I want to put this portal one down here. Let's get this down. Okay, so we need to assign this to raw resources, and output, we'll just do raw resources. There we go. Move all this stuff over to this box. All right, let's see what we can make now on this constructor here. Decorative devices. Okay, I want to do this one here. There's a small constructor, but we need to get up to the next tier. Now, the next thing I want to do is probably try to get some guns up just in case we end up getting attacked. That way, one of these things is taken care of for us. So let me see here. We want to go into here, which would be F3. Let's see here. So let's go in here, and what we got? Base. So we got our weapon locker. That's just to fix the weapons and whatnot. Got fuel, oxygen tank, and taxid. Probably don't need that yet. Could work on trying to make the food, but I don't know. Let's see if we can't get everything else going. Large constructor. Yeah, let's get that going. It's too large to fit in your personal inventory. Yep, I get that. So we probably want to do an ammo box. And then we want to do sentry. And then we want to do the light automatic. And let's see what else we have here. Wind turbine base. Takes up by 5x5 space. How much energy does energy in? It doesn't really say. And then we have a wind turbine base. Oh, I guess you have to make the base and then you have to make the wind turbine, huh? Okay, I see how that works. So this one says it does 2 kilowatts, where the wind turbine says that it does 0. I don't know. I'll have to check that out more. But we're going to need the matter transceiver so we can transfer stuff from far away. So we don't have to, like, open up our inventory all the time to access the inventory on the base. Let's go to miscellaneous. See, I want to get a fuel cell. Oh, darn it. Was that all my points? Wow. That went faster than expected. Then let's see, tools. Well, we didn't have anything else in tools and weapons. We are pretty good there, I think. Yep, we're pretty good. Thought there was something in here that I needed. An orbital drone and a planetary drone? It's new. Let's see. So we got that. The other one's going to be the hover vessel. So I'm guessing what from here, it looks like we could just gather resources, kind of work up the base, get it a little bit on the stronger side so it can take a hit or two. It's where it says available unlock points is 0. But it looks like it's almost like I can unlock this. No, I didn't think so. So if we look at this here, we can see our galaxy map. And so you can see that all these are like stars that we can go to. So there's like a ton of stars all the way out there as far as you can see. So we have plenty of space to really just kind of expand. So let me see here. What we need to do now is I want to work towards, see, we want to do the ship. And we got the EV2. Like, oh, hover vessel. So I just need level 7 to get that going. There's the EV1. So there's not really anything per se that I'm able to make until level 7. So I guess we just have to work till level 7. Yeah, so if I can get to this point here, I should be able to make that. Says following 10 devices need to be unlocked in a tech tree container extension. So we have to unlock these 10 items and then we can start making this. And once we start making that, this it should make things a little bit more on the easier side for us. So I should be able to use my flashlight now, right? Light. Oh, I have to close my helmet to use my light. That's funny. All right, well, at least I don't have to use that light source anymore. So what we need to do now, I guess, is to just to expand out. Keep building up. Now we can make the we got small, we can do the large constructor, take some optical fibers and motors and all kinds of fun stuff. What's it take to make an optical fiber? Optical fiber, oh, just silicon. Okay. Well, cool. We got that. Let's see. Let's that reloaded. And so let's head to I don't know, let's go to the village, I suppose, because I don't see there being too much more we can do at the moment. What I'd like to do is maybe just do some research here, see if we can find some resources nearby. Because I mean, there's a ton of resources here, so it's just a matter of us finding them. But sorry about that. Let's see here. Now it's dark. Oh yeah, I forgot I got my light here. Let's turn on my light and let's do some scanning. Thinking maybe just head towards the talent thing. Maybe I'll find some resources. I don't know. Got to make level 7 though, so we can start increasing. Start working on making some other ships, so we can start working on getting off this planet. Oh, these trees are thick. Oh, can't just go all out around here, boy. I tell you, just too many things. Let's stop here for a second. Do a little scanneroo here and see if we can't find any resources nearby. No, nothing. I could always thought that there would have been something there. Hmm. There we go. Huh, that's weird. I can't drive it for some reason. Let's try taking it back out. Oh, there we go. I forgot I had to get it off the ground. That was my issue there. It's nice that it has the lights in front of us so we can kind of see where we're going, but also the shadows kind of play a dangerous part when you're trying to fly through here. Shadows have a tendency of hiding trees and stuff that are behind other trees, so then you think you're going around it and instead you're just smacking right into it. There we go. Get some experience for finding all this new bases and everything around here. Can't be the right place. These people live in a primitive housing. Wow. All right, well, let's go up here, talk to Chief, see what he's got to say. Place looks like it's somewhere you'd find the leader of a village. Let's go in and say hello. Oh, that's cool. I never seen that warning before. You will greatly lower your reputation with faction talent. They've changed to quite a few things in here. I mean, just little things, pretty much like kind of cosmetics. But in all, I think it's the game is getting a little bit more personality and everything. I think it looks pretty nice. We have to walk all the way around. It says a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry, I don't understand your language. So your people are talent. Chief points to a tapestry depicting a pyramid-like tower in a forest. The chief gestures to the door and turns around. Guess we're done here then. Did you get any of that, Ida? The best I've got is that the chief wants me to go to some tower somewhere. I recorded a conversation, identified the structure. He indicated, Commander. It's quite far from your current location. It's emitting a low electromagnetic signature. Shall I send a location display? Yes, let's do that. I wonder what I'm supposed to do there. Got any clues? Could it be a trap? It's unlikely, though the cameras on your suit, I was able to observe the tribesmen while they spoke. With the chief, most of the people in the village displayed no aggression towards you, merely curiosity. Most, but not all. Should I be worried? I wouldn't worry about it, Commander. The individuals I observed appeared to be youths. Sir, one thing I know, Ida, it's that angry use will always cause trouble. All right, so there's the ancient tower. Finally put it up on the display. Oh, look at that. They got fish right here. Nice. All right, let's go check out this ancient tower, see what we got to do with it. Seems to be a little bit of a distance away. Approaching the tower, Commander. Oh, that was quick. I thought it was further away than expected. Do we have stuff on us or something? There appears to be some kind of entrance at the top of the tower. All right, let's do that. Where's my bike? There it is. All right. Just in case, we'll bring up. Oh, look at that. I like the crosshairs. It's kind of cool looking. Well, I found the way inside. That was quite a way to fall. I was expecting a staircase, an elevator, or something. Whatever this place is, Commander, my scans are unable to penetrate the walls. It appears to be heavily shielded. Expect a data transceiver I'm unable to access. One of the consoles appears to be different from the others, possibly controls whatever power source is intended to power the building. Once the power is active, I may be able to access the building's transceiver. I'll see what I can do. Let's see, green, red, blue. There we go. Wow, this place really lights up nicely. Looks great. I'm reading an increased data traffic and I'm able to remotely connect the computer systems. I will have the transmission key completed momentarily. I will transfer the files to your suit systems. Okay, receiving download now. The translation key has been successfully installed. Please approach the blue console and confirm that translation. All right, so let's go up to the blue one. Loading Talon. There we go. So they found some opposition, and yeah, there's a lot to read here. Looks like some kind of historical record. Appears to detail the rise of the Talon and their protectors and allies of the Xerax. From the dating system, I believe this would be 362 years ago. It documents roughly 214 years of the Talaxan Federation history, over 800 pages. Yeah. That's a long time to be allies for them to be in condition they're in now. I'm guessing their more recent history must be on one of the other consoles. The next console, the red, should logically contain more recent information. All right, let's check the red one. Let's see. So they emerge. Whatever this enemy was, it was strong enough to topple the formidable alliance that ruled the galaxy for centuries. I've found thousands of references to the legacy elsewhere in the database, but little information on their appearance or nothing on their language or culture. Okay. They can't have been that effective since this happened, what, 100 years ago? And the Xerox are still here. There's no need to know about the dead enemy that we'll never run into. 106 years, Commander, but indeed the records describe the defeat of the legacy further on. However, the legacy were not completely destroyed, merely rendered dormant through the science and ingenuity of the Talon and Xerax. But nothing that says how the Talon ended up. No, Commander, I'm not sure that it would be recorded here. As such, an operation would have been surgical, leaving no one to update the records in the time permitted. There may be more information regarding on the green console. All right, let's go check out the green one. Wait a second. This console only seems to have a database of talent-controlled planets, foods, dances, and other culture-related stuff. Well, this is probably what a chief wanted me to read. It's no use to us. Yes, this console appears to contain information. Personally, I find it fascinating, Commander. Can you enable upload connection so I can sort files? You, Ida, find something fascinating? That's the most expression I've heard out of you so far. One of my perimeters is to investigate and document first contact with any alien species, Commander. I'm predisposed to fascination of alien creatures. Does that mean you're investigating those big-ass spiders we've been running into as well? Of course. If you would like to know, I'll pass on that. Thanks, Ida. That's a shame. There's a lot to be learned from wildlife of an alien world and its culture. I detected heat signatures moving in on the tower in combat formation. I was able to trace them back to the transport half a kilometer away that landed outside my focus. I apologize for not detecting them sooner, Commander. Enemy troops. How many hostiles are we talking about here? There are only 4, Commander. They appear to have taken flanking positions, 1 on top of the tower to prevent your escape, and 2 preparing to breach the wall. The shuttle that dropped them in is still in the area, Commander. I recommend you deal with the situation and leave the area before more troops are deployed. All right. Which way are they going to come in? Can't see anything. There's all kinds of smoke. Oh, there we go. Oh, there was one. Hello. Switch to the sniper rifle. Oh, of course. As soon as I switch, then that's when they breach, huh? Come on back here. All right. Well, that took care of most of them there. Oh, we only got 4 rounds left. Oh, that's a bummer. I got one up on the wall, up on the roof. There he is. All right, let's get out of here before something else comes. All right, there we go. Get out of here. Let's head back to the chief, see what he's got to say. To be honest, that was kind of a win-win for us because we ended up getting some good resources out of that. I think it's about time I got some answers. All right, yeah, I agree. It's not this side. Maybe it's the other side. No, maybe it's the other side. Well, it's a good thing there's only 4 sides, or I'd be going around in circles all day. I see you've returned, traveler. I hope your journey was enlightening. Of course I do. How else would I purchase supplies and sell ingredients to the trader? Then why send me on this wild goose chase to learn your language and history? Couldn't you have just told me what I wanted to know? I could have, but then you would have both learned nothing for yourself and proved nothing to me. I am confident that you are neither Xerox spy or an enemy of the clan. By the way, what is a goose? Some kind of animal? No, it's an animal. Bird? No, it's an animal. A bird from my homeworld, but that's beside the point. What? The tower contains a record of our history. Much as the Xerox would like to refute it, they would never intentionally destroy such a repository of knowledge, as it may still be used if war resumes again. What can I tell you, Chief? They blew in a wall to get in, took out some of the consoles and everything behind it, the red one, I think. By the time I've reached the tower, they'd already landed a safe distance and were making their way on foot to the tower. That knowledge is backed up, so as long as the other consoles are undamaged, then it can be repaired. I can tell you what you're thinking, that someone here told the Xerox patrols where to find you, aren't you? Not to put too fine point on it, Chief, but yes. It shames me to admit that you're probably right, Traveler. I can understand why they did it. You see, 4 years ago, your ships and your people crashed on this planet. Several villagers were caught in the fires caused by the flaming debris that rained down across the planet. I ordered my people to go and put out the fires of our settlement and those of our neighbors, then to aid any survivors from your people's ship. To my sorrow, when we tried to help your people, they mistook us for Xerox and our aid for an attack. and our aid. Yeah, for an attack. Okay. We lost many people that night. Several of the young hunters lost friends and family members and have held a grudge since then. After I sent you to the tower to learn our ways and language to prove that you were not an enemy, several of the hunters came to me and demanded that I render you no aid, but instead I should contact our Xerox jailers and trade information for supplies or weapons. Naturally, I refused. I would be a poor leader to lend any assistance to the Xerox who enforced these conditions upon us. Unfortunately, it seems the youngsters did not like my answers to their demands. Now it seems that they may have done something unforgivable. These conditions, I never did find out how the talent ended up this way. Youngsters will be apprehended and brought before the tribal council to determine their guilt. Selling out anyone to Xerox is the highest crime we have. If found guilty, I understand. Is there some way I can help? I believe you may meet opposition. On the other hand, I believe some of the other hunters may also refuse the order to bring in the youngsters. I would ask you if you're willing to speak to the head of the hunters and tell him to call in the hunters at my request. We'll likely find the leader of the hunters at one of the village watchtowers. See what I can do. If I recall correctly, there's an old hunter that was by one of the watchtowers when we came in. Let's see if you see a warrior there. It's got to be him right here, Master Hunter. Here we go. So you are the Terran that the chief has vouched for. I'm not impressed. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to discuss. The chief wants you to bring the young hunters that you suspect for selling me out on the Xerox. No member of my hunters would dare sell out any one of those treacherous Xerox thugs. You dare accuse my kinsmen of making deals with their kind? I'm not accusing anyone. I'm just here to make sure they follow through with the chief's orders. My people have no reason to flee your false accusations, Terran. It is past time for the hunting parties to return with their kills for the day anyway. Most of the groups have returned to the village and are either preparing their dinner or reporting for Chief Nuntug. Oh, yeah? So how you doing there, King? Maybe? Or is it? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And how many have not returned yet? It is Is it normal for them to take this long? Hold your question, Sharon. I know what it is you're getting at. And I assure you there's no way that the group has not returned would have betrayed the village as you suspect. They may simply be delayed by a large catch or have traveled further to find prey. They may be in trouble. And what can you tell me about the missing group? Tell me where they're meant to be, and I'll look for myself. Keeve leads the group. If he is anywhere, it will be near the monument where we go to honor and remember the dead. It is one of the oldest structures on the planet and a place we choose to hunt near. All right, well, that's good. Hmm. Why would he choose to hunt near there? He once told me that he can feel his father's presence there, that his father guides his arrows so long as he is near it. I felt it to be cruel to disabuse him of his beliefs, so I allow him to continue hunting there as long as he continues to bring prey, which he does. Then that's where I'll start looking for his group. You can keep waiting here, but I can't wait around for another dropship full of soldiers to turn up. All right, so let's head out. I don't know. What do I got for check my ammo and everything? Should go back to my base. I think, isn't that rifle? Doesn't it use 7.62? 7.62 rounds. Yeah, it does. Okay. So I think I had more rounds in my storage. So I think what I'm going to do is head back to the base right quick, pick that up, and then I'll come back here and we'll finish up. Because that little, what do you call it, sniper rifle? It's pretty awesome. It does some pretty good damage against those Xerax and stuff. And just in case I end up getting attacked by it more, I prefer to have something where I can just do a one shot and call it a day. Plus, any resources that I picked up would probably be a good time to drop them off at the base anyhow. So, hmm. Here we go. Okay, let's drop off a couple of these things here we don't need. Let's see. Refills your suit with a low amount of oxygen. I don't need that right now. Credits and titanium alloy chain. That's pretty cool. 7.62. I thought I had some. Wonder if I'm able to make more. No, because I don't have that unlocked. That's fine. So let's go in here and let's see. Do I have any points left? No. Darn. Gotta wait till I level up. How close am I to leveling? Oh, about halfway. Okay, cool. Well, at least we got some more ammo here for the sniper rifle, so that should help. Boy, some steep hills here, huh? I keep leaning back more and more to try to go up the hill, to realizing that I'm not actually in the game. Reach the monument. I don't see any sign. It could be inside. Odd place to be hunting. Detecting several heat signatures at various places inside the compound and one near the center. It could be paying their respects to the dead or waiting in ambush. In case they're doing ambush. Actually, I'll leave the light on. I seem to be able to see better even when there's shadows. That's far enough, Taryn. This is no place for your kind. Your very presence contaminates this place. Talk. Where was the talk when you people gunned down my people? My father. He was a kind man who never raised his voice or his hand to anyone. He was everything I had, whose only sin was that he was too good. Shot in the back by your people as he pulled them from the burning wreckage of the ship. No, save your talk, save your lies. I will hear none of it. Of course it was me. My father's spirit deserves justice, and what better way to get justice than to hand over the Xerox as first at the first step towards a brighter future for my people. Even that fool of a chief will see that this is the right course of action in time. It's too late to solve anything by talking. You have contaminated this place too long, and the only thing that will cleanse the filth from this sacred place is your death. Don't even try it. Keep your band of merry men and your bows and arrows are no match for me. I think I'd be dumb enough to try and take on your alien armor and weapons when you're even more foolish than I took you for. My companions aren't even here, but in place, I brought some new friends who will be more than a match for you. Ouch. Hi. I got 3 of those. I just need the keep guy, wherever he's at. There we go. Got him. What the heck? Where'd these guys come from? You want more extra people? It sounds like I hear more people because I heard grumbling, kind of like those little alien dudes make all the time. I don't see that last body. There was one last body that I shot at. I don't see him. Is this him? No. Maybe the guy got up, shot at me again, and I ended up putting him down again. I don't know. All right, let's go and see what we got here. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's full. Okay. Yeah, that sniper rifle is pretty nice. It's nice that for me being kind of shaky as I am, it makes it easy for me to be able to pinpoint the shots. So, I get those headshots in. Well, that was close. I didn't realize that that monument was so close. Commander 400s have just retrieved the bodies of Xerax soldiers and left them in the direction of one of the Xerax facilities. Hmm. So I guess I gotta remember it's on the east side is the ladder, but I don't know if I'm gonna be coming back here anytime soon. So it seems weird. I have to keep going all the way around it, and then I realized it's on the one side that I was closer to. See if you turn, traveler, but it's without the missing hunters. No, you do not need to explain. Hunter Master Corell already sent out a party to the monument to find the missing party. They returned moments before you arrived. It saddens me that you would work to gain my trust only to kill my clansmen in cold blood. What do you have to say about yourself, Terran? I was only defending myself after he attacked me. We Talon are not a violent people. We never initiate an attack, but we will respond if attacked. In this case, I've already been told by my hunters that Key's body was found alone in the memorial courtyard, with damage to his body matching your weapon. There are no other bodies. Your guilt is clear, Terran. I'd hoped you would become a friend of the clan, traveler. We are so lacking in allies in these trying times that it seems that I foolishly pinned my hopes on you, that we could mend the gap between our two people. 2 bodies were removed after I left to return here? Enough. No, Chief. What the Terran says is true. I have seen Keeve's treachery with my own eyes. There were bodies of Xerax at the monument and clear evidence that they were there with Keeve. Kirill, you who lost so many of your hunters to the Terrans, you would truly vouch for this one? You who cried loudest for vengeance against the Terran interlopers? Yes, Chief, I followed tracks leading away from the monument until I found Geem, Torma, Suvi, and Farai of Keeve's hunting party carrying away the bodies of the fallen Xerax towards the Xerax encampment to the north. I have returned with the gene tags of several of the soldiers from the encampment as proof. Okay. How did you get those tags that the hunters reached the Xerax encampment? I'm ahead of the hunters for a reason, Terran. I know my way around a knife and Xerax body armor. What I want to know is how you know the bodies were removed when the bodies were taken away after you left the monument. I am a commander of the UCH for a reason, Hunter. I too have my ways. I had that... Oh, you had that machine mind that you often speak to watch an area, did you not? Ha, as old as he may be, Nantuck mind is still sharp. If you think you can pull the fur over my chief's eyes, friend, you need to try harder. We may appear primitive, but we are still familiar with many advanced technologies that are forbidden to us. I'm concerned with what those 4 renegades are planning with the Xerax, and what would the Xerax want with them. It is not like them to show any sort of leniency to our kind. Keeve said that handing me over to Xerax would open a way to a brighter future for Talon. Is reestablishing relations between the Xerax and Talon possible? It may have been long enough for the younger generation's hatred for the Talon has been diminished, but I do not believe any sort of positive relation with the Xerax will be possible within my lifetime. It would be nice to prospect if it were possible, but a future gained by betraying our allies is one we want no part of. I am sorry you had to be put in this position, traveler, that you had to see us in a time of weakness. I must truly be getting old if I could not see the darkness brewing within our youths. It's not your fault, Chief. These are the people, and they were wronged by mine. True, but the fault lies with me for not realizing how troubled my clansmen are. I also and also lies with them for not bringing their troubles to me before the situation worsened to what we have now. Things could have been much worse, so I'm glad that a far worse crisis was averted, even if the result isn't what anyone could call positive. It isn't much, but I would like to welcome you among my clan, traveler. Rest here and be at ease here. If there is anything I can do to help you, please ask me. I'll be tracking the Terran survivors who crashed here 4 years ago. Your clansmen, their vehicles headed to the trade station belonging to Polaris Merchant. I know this because I was purchasing medical supplies when I saw them organizing transportation off-world on a freighter. I will give you the coordinates of the station if you need them, but I'm sure your machine mind has already found the structure. I hope you'll find the people again, traveler. May your spirit guide you to Empyrion, if not your people. And may your spirit guide you too, Chief. Ah, now you're sounding like a member of the clan. All right, well, cool. So able to pinpoint the station he described stands in a heavily industrialized area with steady activity from a spaceport. And we reached level 7, and we're on chapter 3. You've cleared your name and found an unlikely ally in the Talon, but it seems things are not always what they seem, and trust needs to be earned in this new galaxy. Can the players who helped smuggle your people off-world ahead of the Xerox be trusted, or are they playing a deeper game? Only time will tell. All right, well, let's proceed and see what happens. I have forwarded the location data, plotted course display. Commander, there appears to be no further activity from the Xerox at this time, so your journey should be free of interference. All right, well, I guess we should go to the trade station, but before we do that, let's we unlocked level 7, so that gives us a whole bunch of new stuff to play with. Let's see, we could do work lights, the hyperponic lights, so it would have been a nice. We have 45 points to spend. Let's see here. So we got the container controller. Now, for us to do level 7, there was like 10 things that we needed to unlock for us to be able to start working towards our ship. And so I wanted to work towards the EV2, right? Yeah, I think it was the EV2 I wanted to work towards. So let's work towards this. So it requires the following 10 devices need to be unlocked in the tech tree: container extension, small, and oxygen station. So let's see. Container, small, oxygen station, small, I think was one of them. And then they said container. Was it container controller small? All right, so let's see what else do we need. We got 9. Really? 9? Container extension small. Okay. And small harvest controller. Well, this harvest controller small, so that's one of them. And then we needed the extension. So there was that. We also need to get the medium ion thrusters and small hover engine. medium ion thrusters, and small. Let's see, where's the engines? Small ion thrusters. Okay, what was it? Medium ion thrusters and small hover engine. Medium ion and hover engine. Now there's small hover engine. And then it said medium ion thrusters. So we're down to like 6 points now. But we have 4 more things to get. So I don't think we're gonna get it. We might have to make one more level before we can do it. Excuse me. So we need improved small generator and fuel tank. And fuel tank. Oh, I just need 2 more items. So the mechanical drill module and spotlights. There's the mechanical drill module. It's 9 points, so we can't afford that. So how about the spotlights? Can we get that? Spotlight is 1. There we go. So we can get that. And we probably want to get the detector HV thing. So once that we get next level, probably want to go for that. And for landing stuff, I probably want to do the landing thing because, I want it to connect to the base or connect to an HV or an SV. But probably have to do SV at first to get off the base originally. And then later on, we'll be able to get our CV. That's right. Yeah, CV. So we'll be able to connect our HV, which is our hover vehicle, to our SV, which is a small vehicle. And then at a later point, we'll be able to upgrade from our small vehicle to a CV, which is a capital vessel. So many V's. But see here. So what I want to do is I'd like to do the harvest module. That would be nice to have. And then we want to get this, the landing gear. Oh yeah, okay. We have the docking pads already, so we're good there. Also want to get the matter transmitter, so that way I can transmit the stuff to the base without having to like transfer it by hand. So that would be super easy, super nice. So we just need to work on making one more level. So let's go and check out this next area. We are going to get to a part in this quest, though, that we are not able to get any further in. And so we're going to have to let me see here. Before I do that, let's do this. What is it, monument? Usually they had like little base or little things in here, little places, like these little village things. And usually you could like cruise around, and as long as you access them, that you would get experience. But just come fly next to them, to I don't know. I guess we could just kind of fly around here, see if there happens to be any like little extensions. They have quite the garden. I'd love to have that garden that big. That'd be pretty sweet. Not really seeing anything out here. They must all live in one place, huh? I didn't even get any resources or anything popping up. So, yeah. Am I still in the area? Yes, I am. So I can't scan. Well, I can scan for stuff, but I wouldn't be able to like mine it if it's in their area. So I have to get outside of their area here, which I should be now, right? Yeah, I am outside their area now. Let's do a scan right quick and see what if there's anything nearby. No, don't see anything. That's unfortunate. I wonder if it's just kind of a short range. I wonder if I. That's funny. I wonder if I could just hop off here at any point. Oh, there's a radar signature there. Let's go check that out. Hey, there's graphite. Nice. We do need graphite. And it is a very small composite. This would be right about here. So, I mean, we might as well just mine it. I mean, if it's a small deposit. Let's see, F5. Oh, we already hit it. All right, we'll just clean this out right quick because this it says small deposit, so we should be able to clean it out pretty quickly. But we should be able to get quite a bit of graphite from it too, and that's going to help us out for, especially for the ship once we get the ship made and everything. Hey, level 8. Nice. All right, we'll take care of that here in a second. Gotta reload. I think we got it pretty much taken care of here. I mean, there's a little few spots left here and there, but there we go. There we go. Nice. So much we get out of that. Almost 400 graphite. That's pretty decent. So that was right there was that graphite. We might want to go out a little bit further here and maybe do another search. It is getting a little on the darker side, so I don't want to be traveling at night if I don't have to. What the heck? Darn spiders. Actually gave me a fright. Oh my gosh, my hair stood up on end there for a second. Like, what the heck's hitting me? I didn't even see them. They just came out of nowhere. Let's go out here. At least I'll be able to see them coming from afar if they decide to surprise me. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, we're about to enter into the Polaris faction area too. So we won't be able to, I mean, we could look for resources, but if there's any, we wouldn't be able to access them. So, yeah, here we are, neutral, good. Squadron of bombers converging on your location. There's not really much I can do about that. Huh. It was an attempt at humor. Yeah, maybe you should reduce your humor parameter a bit. I almost pooped myself. Confirm that no bombers have launched in the skies in a clear manner. You are free to proceed. There we go. Wow, 300 experience finding that, huh? Oh, there's even all kinds more. So we can go out here now and just go to these buildings, find all these heat signatures, get all this experience. Guess there's not too much experience to be had out here. I'm not seeing anymore. We'll have to do a scan later when it becomes daytime. Huh, I guess there isn't really anything near us. All right, so what do we got to do? Reach the trading floor. Done. All right, next. Ooh, look at that. We could get some really cool looking speeders. Ask the traders about UCH survivors. Didn't I have like some credits? Yeah, I do have credits. There's a should be like a machine around here for us to put credits in. Here we go. There we go. I'm 38 credits richer. All right. Ask the traders about any UCH survivors. Hi, and welcome to Layover. We supply clean and spacious rooms for any visitors' affordable price. How can I help you? Have you had any humans stayed here? Humans. Ah, yes, your kind aren't very common around here, so I know humans have stayed here a couple of times in the past. Let me just check my records. There are a few records over the last few years of brief stopovers by your people. Various records show that several dozen humans arrived here almost 4 years ago. That was before I started working here, but it says they had several meetings with Administrator Pavrel before leaving on a pair of chartered shuttles. The records say where they went. I'm sorry, but the records don't have that kind of detail. They only list the reason for the guest's stay. It's actually a miracle that the receptionist here back then filled out the comment section at all. You might want to ask Administrator Pavel over in the administrative security booth across from the trading floor for more. He's been here for years trying to get a transfer off this planet. He's a bit of a jerk, but he's not terrible. It looks like he's just finished a call with someone, so you better hurry and get him before he gets another one. Thanks. I see you're finished hassling the station staff. I was getting tired of watching you bumbling around, obstructing productivity and being a general nuisance. Are you aware you're costing the company credits with your ceaseless interruptions? I'm sure I could assist you with what you're after if you're willing to pay for it. It's nice to see that you're so accepting. Most people would want to know what kind of contract they're signing in onto. You may regret it later, but oh well. I'm sure you've noticed that everyone you've seen around here are clearly not human. We are Pren. That's our race, our species. You are not like us. That makes you valuable for removing unwanted obstacles to players' expansion. You'll give us plausible deniability. Hmm. Considering what they did to your people, this should be a very beneficial contract for you too, provided you follow our script to the letter. What do I get out of this? What you get is the next step on your journey towards your missing people. And of course, as an employee of Polaris, you are entitled to pay and some benefits, healthcare, dental, employee discounts, the usual. Since you have little choice in the matter, why don't you just agree already? I've just forwarded the agreement to your support AI to sign on your behalf. Hurry, get it over with since your first assignment is time sensitive. I received the contract. Anything I should worry about? I did, Commander. Aside from the attempt to slip some malware to me in the contract, it's fairly loose contract. I've checked it against other station personnel's contracts that I was able to access on personal devices, and yours is usually free of loopholes or deception. I would guess that such a loose contract would prevent them from being legally bound to defend you in the event of your capture. With as few ties as possible to players, in effect, it gives them plausible deniability. There's likely a deeper game being played here, but Nothing that would conflict with your allegiance to ECH. All right, Ida. Do I need to actually sign anything? No, Commander. I have registered it and returned a copy to the contract. I've also included their own malware packet in the signature. I thought you'd like that. Good work, Ida. I wish I'd thought of that myself. Okay, Minister, everything's been signed and sent back to you. Yes, I can see that. Everything appears to be in order. Welcome to the company. I'm hoping you'll be a valuable asset to us. Your employee number is memorized. That is more important than your life now. As you know, I have a job for you already. It is a time-sensitive one, so I hope you have a ship ready. Come see me when you're ready to take on the mission. We can talk more about your payment afterwards. I don't know where you sent my people before I do anything. So you can skip out on the contract? I don't think so. You'll do this job for us before you get anything. Be grateful it's an important job and not scrubbing toilets. Get yourself geared up, armed, and a good ship or hover vehicle. I want this job taken care of quickly and with satisfactory results. See me when you're ready for job details. Whatever this administrative pavel is, it's likely illegal. It would be wise to be prepared with a suitable vehicle and supplies before accepting it. All right, so we did just make level 8. So let me see here. We should be able to unlock the last pieces here that we needed. So what we needed was to get that drill, right? But we needed this and the matter transmitter. And then we needed that drill. Where is that thing? See, Gatling gun. There we go. Mechanical drill. That's what I want. All right. Now let's go back to the ship here, and we should be able to add that to our factory. So we need to add in 994 carbon substrate, iron ingots, copper ingots, silicon ingots. So we'll need to like do some like looking around and see if we can find it. We could probably do the carbon substrate. So that means we'll need to go back to the base and get that taken care of. Let's see here. I'm going to go to my base, which is this way. Can't see a thing. I'm thinking what I'd like to do is maybe just do some exploring. See if I can't find more resources. See, we're still in the Polaris Megacore area, so we need to get out of this. We go this way. What is that? East? Yeah, if we go east, we get out of the Polaris area. We can start looking for resources. As soon as we get that that hover vehicle, we should be able to use the hover vehicle to really scan out the area and be able to find resources. All right, now we're just going to have to do it by hand, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. All right, should be almost out. You can see right underneath the little mini map, it says Polaris Megacorp. That'll disappear when we're outside of it. There it goes. Just disappeared. All right, let's see here. I hope there's nothing too nasty around us. Nope. All right, let's see if we can't do a scan. And we got a heat signature over there. Yeah, found some ruins. A whole lot of nada. Well, I guess we'll just keep going east here until we find something. Just jump off the bike every once in a while, do a scan of the area, see if we can find any goodies, and then if we can't, then we'll just continue on until we do. Because we're going to need a bunch of iron. We already have a bunch of graphite. I don't know if it's enough graphite, but it's a good start. Let's see, we're right there. Head more to the middle, I guess, huh? So maybe southeast. Oh, these trees are thick, huh? Try here. Oh, there's something to the north there. I see the sun rising already. That's nice. Oh, copper. Nice. And it's a small deposit too, so not terribly big. Problem is, though, we got some nasties right there. We can always come back to this one here. Let's keep looking here. Let's go east some more. Oh, we got another one to the north. Oh, we're starting to hit them up now. That's awesome. At least it's daytime now. I can see. Graphite. Why are these always small? What we can do is we go towards this copper one here. Let me set that there. There we go. Go hit up this copper. Hopefully we can find an iron. That would be sweet. What? Spider too? Dang it. What is this, like the spawning spot for spiders or something? Let's see if I can't hit this spot here. There we go. Get some light on the subject here so I can see. Oops. If we do that, we can clear some of this grass out. So if they spawn in here, we can see them coming before they get me. All kinds of goodies though from these spiders. Boy, I tell you, we'll have food forever. Okay, let's get this hopper before we have any more interesting critters coming along. Hey, level 9, what do you know? Boy, if this is a small deposit, there's a lot in this small deposit. Looks like we are almost done with this here for this drill. So we're gonna have to head back anyways with all this good copper, and at least get this turned in and get it started. Processing. There we go, all done. All right, so let's head back, and we'll head back to the base, and we'll turn this all in and see what more resources we're gonna need. Obviously, we're gonna need iron and what silicon, which we haven't found yet. Maybe I'll just get lucky and I'll run into some along the way or something. I don't know. That a drone? That looks like a drone. I don't see it though. Yeah, there's a drone over there and with a resource. I figured. Wonder what the resource is. Yeah, I can just fly by it and access, see the resource, and then just keep going. There it is. Oh, it's iron. Small deposit too. Now, I don't want to go across the water because that just really slows me down and takes me. I take forever to get across the water. So let's see. We got the iron right there. Let's just head up. Let's go east. It looks like there's like a little land bridge over there. That might be kind of interesting. Must be that little land bridge I was looking at. Nada. Darn. I was hoping for something. That base is way over there, huh? Woo, there we go. Airborne. Yeah, anytime I have to go over water, it's when the hover vehicle slows down. Yeah, if it slows down, let's see if we can do a check here, see if there's anything in the area. No, I don't see anything. Bummer. I was hoping. Hmm. As many resources there are on this planet, I would have thought by now I probably would have like found a few, but I mean I found a few, but there's found a little bit more than just one or two here and there. Hmm. Another small lake or something right here, huh? Oh, not lake. I guess it'd be more of a canal. Okay, home sweet home. See if we can't get some more fuel for our drill. What would that be under? I guess this right here, huh? How many do I get? Just one? Let's do 10. Hmm. All right, so I think what we leveled again, didn't we? So let's look to see. While we're waiting for this, let's see what we got unlocked here. Not too much in the miscellaneous area. See weapons, or no, these are tools. And then let's see weapons here. Should unlock the sniper rifle there. So now I can make ammo for that. And then we want base here. And I'm thinking we want to put in. Let's wait on that. Put that in and that. What is that? Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't even get a warning that they were coming or anything. Where are they? Dang it. Out of it. Dang it. Out of ammo for that gun, too. Man, I didn't even get a hint that that guy was even coming in. Let's see if do I have any ammo in here? No. Dang it. Stop it. That is a big drone ship. Can't get him up there. Don't go over the water. I can't go over the water after you. Wish I could just chase them away a little bit to where I could put some ammo on my my drone or on my there we go, got him. Now to go and make a ton more ammo and maybe get up a gun. We should probably get a gun up. That's not an issue anymore. That was tough. He didn't take out my solar, did he? Oh, good. That's why I put that solar far away from the base so he doesn't take out my power. Okay, let's go to this here, and I'd like to get one of those set up. All we need is computers, though. We don't have one of those. So what I may need this thing to make is copper. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put it in this little machine because this little machine doesn't really get destroyed too much. Let's see here. So let's put this in there. And I want to take out the copper. Let's take the copper out. We'll put it into this and I'll use that to process all this. Thinking what I should do is maybe make another one of those. So that would be what, iron? Yeah, it's iron. So if I make another one of these, it'd be nice maybe to make two. And I can set out like two more of these little small portable constructors, and I can just have them sit here and pump out these bars. And so I can put like the iron, the silicone, copper. What's the other ones? I forget. But I need to get, oh yeah, carbon substrate's the other one. So it's weird. I remember that the IDA thing used to be able to tell you that there was like an enemy coming or whatnot. I guess now what I need to do is I need to go into here and go to this, and I need to do this alarm sentry, an early warning system that provides an audible warning when a threat is detected within range in line of sight in front of a sentry alarm. Works just like a turret with the same restrictions and requirements, can aim straight up or but cannot aim down. Configure target settings in a control panel. Use sparingly as audio from multiple alarms can overlap. Recommended to assign to a shortcut on the control panel for easy logging or easy toggling. Okay, so that might actually be good. Let's make one of those bad boys then. All right, so I got two of these. Let's put another one down here. Let's see, let's put one right here and one right there. That looks good. And then what I want to set up is got crushed stone here. Oh, there's our graphite. So we want to take the graphite. Let's put the iron back. We don't need it at the moment. We got to go find iron. But I can put this in here for the graphite. We can punch this out. How are we doing on this, though? 230? That's not too shabby. See how much we need. Copper. Okay, good. We almost got that. We got a little bit further to go, and we can get our first HV ship up and running. We're gonna really need the iron, and we're gonna need the silicon. So that's really gonna be the hard points. So we're gonna have to still kind of go out and manually just kind of look around, try to find some resources. So how does that work then? Capital vessel and small vessel and hover vessel. Oh, well, that's not worthwhile then. I'll just put that back in there. I thought that went for a base too. Is there one for a base? It's really weird when it shows like stuff like that. Oh, that's cool. I don't even know what that is because it reaches off the screen. But some kind of a missile. Rocket launcher light. Okay, that's cool. So we're gonna need something. I guess I just need to get those there, huh? So what is entailed on a computer then? Electronics, glass. Oh, there's a computer. Computer needs steel plates, optical fibers. I wonder what we're missing on that. How many of those did we need? It says 4 computers. I imagine it's got to be the iron. Oh, it's the silicon? Hmm. I have this meat here and it's spoiled stuff. Plant protein and the herbal. Let me take these all out and I'm just going to put these in the fridge because they don't really need to be there. Should make a box that just has like miscellaneous stuff like like this little question mark thing, and like these down here. Although I need these, I don't know. Let's get that in there. Put that in there too. Titanium, long, heavy barrel. Most sniper rifles and miniguns. Huh. Okay, where'd my fridge go? They must have blew up my fridge because I could have sworn it. Oh, yeah, I had my fridge sitting on top of this thing. Oh, man, they took it out. Darn it. And now I can't make another one. Oh, because I have the carbon substrate in this. Oh, another 310. Nice. Okay, good. And we got 690 of the substrate. Let's see how much of this I can plug in. It looks like I could use it all. This one here, not so much. Maybe the 77. 39. There we go. All right, so I got all the copper I need, so that's good. That small little, resource seemed to help me out. Guess I'll put all that back since I don't have a fridge. That's a bummer. I should put this thing on the ground so it has like a little bit better chance of survival in case I get attacked again. I'd hate to have to lose this this container. Oh, I'm only 100 and about 100 and about 200 away. So I just need 200 substrate. I'll have that. And then all I have to do is just go out and find some iron and some silicon, mine that up. Let's see, there's another 100 there. Just need another 100 more and it should be good to go. Nice. All right, so we need to head out, I guess, and let's go out and see if we can't find some resources. Where's a good spot? I'm thinking maybe south. Let's go south. Okay, let's head south here past the crash ship. Stop here actually at the crash ship. I don't think I picked up all the resources here. Don't need the light. Turn that off. Oh, cobalt ore. Why does it keep showing that? Oh, refined pentaxid. Nice. Oh, it's got an engine in there. That'd be nice. Get a bunch of nice resources from that. Ooh. Oh, it's looking at those engines because those engines are radioactive. Yeah, there's no engines in here, so should not be any radioaction. Radioaction, is that even a word? I don't know. Well, there's something over here that's radioactive. Let's see. Let's go in here. Let's see what's up here. Oh, just this. Guess it would have been going, what, maybe the other way? It would have came down here, and then there would have been like a passageway, I imagine, through here. And there's something in here that's radioactive, but I don't know what it is. So is this the whole ship then? Is it just the whole ship right here and it's all just torn asunder? I'm guessing that it is. Oh, see, the ship's upside down. Okay. So the stairwell would have been going the other direction. Let's see, did I check this one? Yep, I got that one. Check the other side over here. See another box right here. Oh, restroom, nice. And some iron ingots. And then I see something over here too. It's weird that they put the cargo boxes on the bottom. Advanced electronics, 12 copper, 6 iron, and some cement. Nice. Yeah, for the locker. Oh, I could have just came here and put my armor piece on. Well, I don't see pretty much anything else here. Go. Huh. I thought I heard something in here. That would be scary. To know that you're the only one in the server and then to hear something like clinking against, like it's running in the ship or something. All right, let's pick this food up. I don't see anything that could possibly be down there that, and I definitely don't want to fall down in there because I don't know if I could get out. Same with there. See, I keep hearing something clinking against here, but I don't see anything. Oh, there's a controller there. Oh, look at the lookity. 12.7 millimeter rounds. Wow. And a 40 millimeter incendiary rocket. Oof, that'd be nice. I just can't get up there, can I? Oh, no, I jumped over. Well, I guess that's it for this area. Let's see, let's do a scan here, see what we find. Wreckage. A wreckage, and a broken antenna. Well, there's this wreckage here. Is there anything here that we can loot? Turn some lights on so we can see what we're doing here. I don't see too much of anything. I mean, this could be a possibility. I think that's like a battery or something. I don't know what that is. Kind of reminds me of the battery that, I don't know if you ever got a chance to play Space Engineers, another one of my favorite games. I don't know what it is with space games, but I do like space games. But that kind of reminded me of the battery from Space Engineers, so it's kind of funny. All right, so I'm not seeing anything out here. Oh, heat signature, and a wreckage. Let's go check those out. Another piece of wreckage there. More wreckage. Heat signature over there. Huh. That's a pretty big wreckage, actually. Wonder if there's anything in it. Oh, look at that. Antibiotics, anti-radiation ointment, and bandages. Eh. Well, there is, what is this? That's rock right there. That's probably a rock. But that is a iron. Might as well pick up the raw iron at least. Definitely could use the plant fibers, and there's some silicon there, so that's always a bonus. Let's see here if we can find some more resources. Hey, we got something over there. Oh, that's a wreckage. Heat signature over there. How did I miss that? Huh. Must be really buried wreckage. I don't even see anything there. They got a bunch of stuff in this area, lots of wreckage. Must be the spot where everything comes raining down from above or something, huh? Before I get into the trees here, let's see if we can't hit this up with a scan. Nope, nothing. All right, let's continue south then. Copper deposit. Ooh, I found a bunch of radar signatures here. It's a good thing I went south, I guess. Oh, there's iron. That'll be a good one. And I found another one over here. Oh, there's two of them. All right. Graphite. Oh, there's the other one right there. All right, let's grab that one. Graphite, of course. Well, at least we found some iron. Definitely going to need that iron, but the graphite will come in handy. Let's go to the west, I guess, because it looks like kind of follows suit that maybe that we can find some more radar signatures this direction. Nope, nothing. Oh, can I climb this mountain? There we go. Wow, that's a steep mountain right here, I tell you. It is cold up here. But I was thinking maybe if we're higher up, we can see, resources from further away. But I don't know, like how realistic this game is or anything. Oh, look at that. Some of these mountains and stuff are like snow peaks. That's pretty sweet. And I know there's snow in the game, but it looks pretty cool when they have like the snow peaks like this. Nothing. Wow. Ooh, it's cold up here. 14 degrees. Whew. There we go. 32, a little warmer. All right, let's see. Let's hop out. Let's see if we can scan this area a little bit. Nothing. Darn. Let's head a little bit more west. Where's those, what is it, like Aurora Borealis out there or something? Hmm. If I can find a deposit of silicon, I think we'll be golden, because that's really all I'm missing. And then we should have our little hover vehicle all ready to go. Well, not ready to go, but we still have to put it in the cooker. Sounds funny when this little hover or this little bike is like, just pushing out everything it's worth, when you're dropping from the sky or something, you just hear like just whining. Hey, there's one. Oh, two. Nice. Graphite. And there was one up here. There it is. It was right in here somewhere. Oh, it's close. Just need to turn a little bit. Oh, graphite. Well, we're going to knock out this graphite, that's for sure. Oh, there's another one over there. Oh, good. Let's go more west. Like 50 miles away. There it is. Oh, I hate it when I hit a tree. Whoa, stuck in that tree really good, wouldn't I? All right. Oh, Promethium. Oh, nice. Well, definitely have to come back for that later. I'm not really looking for Promethium at the moment. But I will jump out and do a scan here right quick. No, nothing. All right. Well, let's keep looking. Oh, here comes the sun. Good. I'll be able to see what I'm doing. Stop running into all these trees. Ooh, what a sunrise, huh? Oh, right next to the Xerox Empire thing. That sucks. I don't like being close to the Xerox. But quite the sunrise. It's really nice to see that. So that's pretty neat. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for us today. I appreciate you guys coming along and joining me on this little space adventure of us trying to survive here on this planet here of Akua in the Empyrion Galactic survival game. So yeah, we'll definitely hit this up next week, maybe even midweek, and see what's going on. If we can find more resources, I might just kind of cruise around and see if I can't find the last resource I'm looking for, and then we'll just go from there. And when we pick up, next time, I'll have that other resource already, and we'll be able to move on to the next fun area. So that'll be pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to that as much as I'm sure as you'll be looking forward to it as well. But I want to thank Dark Sky channel members for the support on YouTube. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button and hit that like. And also smash the follow button there on Twitch if you'd like to make sure you get the notifications of when I'm doing all my streaming. I usually stream on Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but I was thinking about adding in maybe one midweek just to kind of switch things up and see how that goes. But anyways, I hope to see you on our next video. You take care now, and bye-bye.